Hey y'all, I just wanted to let you know that the scrubs I'm wearing in this video are in no way a statement. This video was filmed weeks ago. I just didn't feel like giving them the power to waste my time by making me scrap these videos or affect the content going out to you because of what I was wearing, so that's all. That was intense. The chill bumps. I'm invested. That determined look on her face when she's pushing, I'm so proud of her right now. After a couple of weeks of really heavy, intense HPV information, we're gonna jump right into a reaction to another really heavy, intense thing, The Handmaid's Tale. And this is a highly requested episode where June has her baby all alone. First off, that is one bad mother. She is trying to protect her child from living in this environment and get away. I am highly disappointed in that 1980 Camaro for not making its way out of that garage door. I am starting out this episode where I have very little context as to what is happening, extremely angry at the Camaro and the garage door. It looks like she couldn't get away from the house where she's being kept as a handmaid, and when she was outside and saw the wolf, her water had broken.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Now she's clearly in labor and doing it all by herself without the help of any attendant, medical professional, or even a support person, which is absolutely heartbreaking. I can't imagine. Like, this just hurts my heart.
4 centimeters, 80% effaced.
How about that epidural now?
I'd like to wait. We don't want to slow down your contractions.
No, I made a playlist. We're not gonna listen to that garbage you listen to.
No, I like his garbage. Can I get some water?
Yeah,
This looks like a flashback to her previous labor and delivery. They touch on a point here where she says, I want my epidural, I'm hurting, and the, I'm guessing, doctor or midwife says, no, we don't want to slow your contractions down. Is there any truth to that? Maybe a little bit. There is data that says if you labor with an epidural that you may labor for 30 minutes longer, or it may take 30 minutes to an hour longer to deliver than if you never had any pain relief at all. I don't know that that's enough to refuse someone an epidural. My practice, and what I think most people's practice should be, is that when you're in labor and you're hurting enough that you desire some sort of anesthesia, then you have the right to ask for that and be given that. Obviously, there are a group of people who feel like you should be more progressed. I think that is hogwash. If someone is hurting enough to ask for an epidural, then there's no reason they should be refused it. It can't run out. It's a catheter that stays in the back. You can replace the medication if you need to. If someone is hurting and wants an epidural, give it to them.
Aye.
Oh, fuck.
That is way too much blood to be normal. I am very worried that she's had an abruption, which is where the placenta shears off the sidewall of the uterus and causes massive bleeding. This can be life-threatening to both the mom in this situation and the baby. horrific. Can you imagine the absolute helplessness that must come along with being in labor, alone, in the snow, now having massive bleeding, just trying to protect your child from the conditions of the world and having nobody to support you? My heart hurts. I have chills watching this.
Come and get me.
The bleeding looks like it has luckily slowed down significantly, which is hopefully a good sign and not a sign that the placenta has completely separated and there's simply no blood flow left. The baby will hopefully be okay. I'm really, really worried at this point. It looks like she's entering into the active stage of labor, which is where you get closer to like 7 or 8 centimeters, closer to actual time of delivery. Her posturing has changed. You can tell her pain level has changed and how frequently she's hurting has changed, which is what makes me think we're now into the active phase of labor. That determined look on her face when she's pushing, I'm so proud of her right now.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Okay, I love you.
No, I love you, but I mean it. Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
The juxtaposition of her previous birth being overlaid with this is really getting to me. Like, the idea that she understands what it's like to have given birth at a time where she was supported and surrounded by professionals who knew how to help if something went wrong, and her significant other and or friend or support person were there. What a jarring realization to have to go from that environment and to still desire to be in that environment and not be able to. It's just breaking my heart. This is a depressing episode that you guys have recommended. That was intense. I'm so glad the baby is alive and crying. The chill bumps, I'm sure you can't see them, but I am like, I'm invested. I don't even have an investment in this character, and I've never seen any other episodes of this show, but I am invested. She's using every correct instinct in her body. She brought the baby up close to her, skin to skin, to keep the baby warm, pulled a blanket up around them. When they're both ready, she will probably nurse the baby, and she seems to be doing everything right at this moment. We also need to wait for the placenta to come out, which in this kind of a delivery usually happens within about 30 minutes, but sometimes can take a little bit longer. And then hopefully she can tie off that cord and disconnect baby. There's no need for her to quickly clamp and cut the cord. She can wait safely and do that in a little bit. So there's no reason that she needs to be rushing to do that. So she's doing everything right from that standpoint. It's still breaking my heart, but I'm glad the baby's okay.
This is Hannah.
Oh, yeah. You did it, baby.
Holly. Your name is Holly. You have a big sister. Her name is Hannah. We did it, Holly.
Whew. Y'all, that got to me. I think overall they did an excellent job with the depiction of this birth. I can't imagine giving birth in that situation. Hope that you learned something today. Be kind to yourself, to each other, to me. In the comments, be kind, and I will see you next time.